elected, and the provinces are the ones that elect members of the Central Committee from their respective provinces. And Mnangagwa again manipulated the system, introduced what was called the district coordinating committees, which was never in the structures. The structures of ZANU-PF were starting from a cell, branch, district, then province. But because he wanted a center of power that he was going to use to manipulate these things, right? So he created another level in between the province and district, put it as a district coordinating committees, that is DCCs. That's not the issue. Why did Mnangagwa, why did we lose commissars? Each time when a commissar is appointed, remember, commissars are part of the Politburo, are a secretariat of the Central Committee who administer the day-to-day part in between the Congress. When you trace the history, you'll find that all the 4 commissars died while they were conducting provincial elections. Why was it so? As soon as he discovers, I'm saying this not forgetting that we are talking about dambudzo rapinda muZimbabwe.
Yes.
Richikonzerwa nadambudzo.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not a dambudzo ra 2017, but idambudzo rekare.
Okay.
We lost Mahlaba. Herbert Mahlaba. He was coming from conducting elections, or going to conduct elections in Lupane, Matabeleland North. Because in his mind, he thought this commissar was now putting structures that are against him. The structures that will promote the people who are against him. So Mahlaba died of an accident. After Mahlaba, we lost, what is his name again? He was a Minister of Defense. What is his name? Again, he was from Manicaland, conducting provincial elections. And he died on the accident. Then came Portuguese. He was also going to conduct elections in Masvingo. And he died. Then came Elliot Manyika, going to conduct elections in Matabeleland South, provincial elections, and he died. Right? Immediately after that, Mnangagwa started creating, that's the period which led to the creation of the Cholocho thing. Remember, I spoke about the crocodile, the I mean the leopard skin that he was given in her. So Manyika died because the structures he was putting were now anti-Mnangagwa. Right. So after he died, Mnangagwa manipulated this again, the provincial chairperson. Langa invited Mnangagwa in Matabeleland South and they gave him that leopard skin. As a result, 6 provincial chairpersons were dismissed. Right. Remember, at that time, the ZANU-PF constitution was saying any member in the presidium must be elected by 6 provinces and above. Zimbabwe has 10 provinces. So these 6 chairpersons had already been put in place so that they will encourage their provinces to vote for Mnangagwa in 2004 after the death of Simon Muzenda, who was now the vice president, who was then the vice president. So that's Mnangagwa. Everyone in ZANU-PF knows that. And after 2000, at the formation of the MDC, Mnangagwa never won any election until he was asked to try the ruler. He lost it to MDC in all the elections from 2000 up to 2009 in the Midlands, Kwekwe. Never won any elections there. And there was a group that was selected to go and talk to him so that he goes to stand in the ruler. Then he went to Zimbabwe. That's when he got that seat. So provinces, no province would vote for Mnangagwa because he needed 6 provinces to become the vice president. Members of the Central Committee are elected from each province. They are given a quota to say, depending with the size and the structures of the party in that province. The more structures they are, the more members of the Central Committee are given. Right. So Central Committees are elected by their provinces in all 10 provinces. Then from there, with those provinces are also now going to nominate those who wants to go to the presidium. That is the president, the vice president, and the national commissar. I mean, the national chairman of the party. Those positions, you only have them when you have a support of more than 6 provinces, at least 6 provinces. So Mnangagwa won't reach that threshold. It did not qualify. This is why in 2014, starting from the period 2013, 2012, thereabout, he started manipulating everyone. Mugabe was forced in 2004 to 2005 to dissolve the DCCs, all of them, because Mnangagwa had captured them. So he dissolved them. Right. But Mnangagwa did not stop there. The death of Elliot Manyika was a blow to Mnangagwa. To Mugabe. You remember with his song Nora?
Yeah.
Right.
I remember that one.
That's when Mugabe opened his eyes to say, no, something is not right. And Mnangagwa was now fighting, definitely fighting to become the vice president. But because there was Solomon there up, there was John Nkomo up. Even before John Nkomo, there was Joseph Msiga there up. He couldn't succeed. He tried. He tried everything in his book. He failed. Right. It was at that point that they decided to eliminate Mjulu. Right. What happened prior to that? Chinguri was now the Secretary for Women Affairs in the Politburo. Right. Remember, I said the Central Committee members are elected by their provinces. And after those, out of all the Central Committee, that's where the president elected members of the Politburo. Members of the Politburo are a secretariat of the Central Committee. Right. They become senior or supreme, not in the sense that they supervise the Central Committee members. The final people who take decision are the Central Committee members. Politburo are only secretariat. So the president then elect members of the Central Committee from that pool of Central Committees, and they are heads of department, which includes the Secretary for Administration, the Secretary for Commissariat, Secretary for Security, Secretary for Finance, and so on and so on. Right. So when all this was happening, it did not give chance to Mnangagwa. He knew you won't be elevated. And he started going to lie to Mugabe. But before the death of John Nkomo, Joseph Msiga, he had no chance. He had no chance. This is why there is a very strong belief in ZANU-PF that what killed Joshua Nkomo is what killed John Nkomo. Is Joseph Msiga. And it's the same thing that killed John Nkomo. I'll qualify that by saying this. All of them, exactly what is happening with the generals. I'm talking about Dambudziko ratinaro muZimbabwe. The problem that we have in our midst. Joshua Nkomo suffered from unknown disease until 6 months before his death, that it was discovered he had a cancer. What kind of a cancer? Right. Because he was poisoned, because there was a belief that even in 1978-79, going to Lancaster House, the candidate of PF or of Patriotic Front was Joshua Nkomo, not Mugabe.
Okay.
Right? So if we allow him to go, he is going to give influence. In the next Congress, he will win against Mugabe. And Mnangagwa will lose everything he had planned for.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So 6 months before his death, that's when it was discovered that he had a cancer. And that was too late. Fast forward. Msiga the same. 6 months before his death. And all these deaths were coming just 6 months before the Congress. I want people to understand that. Joshua Nkomo died in 1999, June. And we were going for 99 Congress. Similarly, Joseph Msiga died 6 months before. Mzenda died 8 months before the Congress. Right?
Yeah.
These people, what kind of a poison? Let's trace this to the very sad situation that is happening in the country right now. All those generals who participated in the coup, all of them are dying the same way as those political leaders who died. It's either Sibusiso Moyo was said it's COVID. The parents' child was said it's COVID. Sibusiso Moyo, another disease was named, including Chiwenga, with the disease that he cannot disclose up to today. And I'm so anxious to hear you, the media, finding out what really is Chiwenga. What happened to Chiwenga? What disease was he suffering from that it changed his skin? And why is he so silent about it? Why is he so silent? Is he waiting that he become a president? That's when he will put an inquiry. That's not possible. As we progress, I'm going there to tell you why Chiwenga cannot be the president as long as Mnangagwa is alive. Right. After the death of Joseph Msiga, John Nkomo took over. Because we're already aware of what is happening, we're now as suspicious. What is it that is killing our leaders? I'll tell you this. Those who I was with know this story. And I hope they are listening.
Yes.
You can see some are contacting me. Joining Nkomo on his last days, he invited us. Some of them are now members of the Politburo. And they said, I listened to what you advised me, not to eat anything. But I must confess that when we're coming out of a certain meeting, a presidium meeting, where they were meeting being 4 of them, he picked up an apron and they ate that apron. And that's when he thinks he got poisoned from. Right. And 6 months before he died, we're told he had a blood cancer, in as much as Joseph Msiga was. And later they changed to what they colon cancer. Exactly what happened to Tsvangirai. Person behind all these things, it's Mnangagwa, nobody else. Dambudzo is behind all this. When people were asking, there is this public hearing on Gukurahundi. Who is going to conduct this public hearing? And I believe people are justified. Mnangagwa does not qualify to appoint either a commission, a committee, or whatever the name he can give it, to conduct a public hearing on Gukurahundi. Who is going to receive that report, and what is he going to do with that report? So anything done by Mnangagwa will not help Zimbabweans, because he has been a perpetrator of violence since 1980, even before 1980. That's how Mnangagwa has killed Zimbabwe. That's how Mnangagwa has manipulated all the systems of government just for himself to benefit, just for himself. All the 4 commissars who died, they died simply because they were believed that the structures they are putting will be against Mnangagwa. And any who did that died on an accident. None of them who died just any other period. Right?
Yeah.
I forgot this. He was the Minister of Defense. I forgot who followed Mahlaba. Mahlaba died on an accident. And this other commissar died on an accident. Botakes died on accident. Elliot Manyika died on accident. Luckily, Kasuguere did not die on accident. Right. So, why, even those in ZANU-PF, why don't you question yourselves? Why don't you ask these questions? To say Mnangagwa has been fighting everybody. Maybe the only unfortunate part of it is that Mugabe, the relationship between Mugabe and Mnangagwa was greater than Zimbabwe. Their marriage or convenience, their friendship, I think it was a divine agreement. It was an agreement that possibly the oath was blood. Because Mugabe protected Mnangagwa right through. This is why we have a belief that Mnangagwa and Mugabe, when they met in prison, it is true, it will one day come out that Mnangagwa was trained by the British intelligence while in detention in Rhodesia. And they came up with a plan or a narrative making the world to believe that, he will be spared, he cannot be killed because he's not he's a Zimbabwean, he's not a Rhodesian, he's a Northern Rhodesian. So we'll deport him back. So he came to Zambia. And why did Mugabe, immediately after his release, after Nongo had he propelled him to become the leader of ZANU, why did the first person to look for was Mnangagwa? And he is, in his own words, publicly, several times, not once, Mugabe did say this, that when I got to Mozambique, I asked the people to say, pane mukomana uyata 3 days kujera nonzi Emerson, ko REP. Why was he looking for him? Tongogara had already said Mugabe is a spy, and he convinced Samora, and the Samora arrested. So that relationship is what made Mugabe to protect Mnangagwa at all costs until he ousted him. That's when he started crying foul. But just before he was ousted, he did say, Mnangagwa is not a leader. He cannot lead, but he's a very good executor. He's a very good mission executor. If you give him a task, he'll undertake that task, he will execute that task to the latter. That's what Mugabe says at the airport. When Harare Airport was, the very same day Harare Airport was renamed Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport. He said these words. So the elimination of these old commissars, Mugabe knew about it. The death of Solomon Muchu, why did Mugabe not allow an independent inquiry on the death of Solomon Mujuru? Why didn't? And that is in Mozambique. Mnangagwa wanted now to say, John Nkomo is no more, Msiga is no more. Now there is this one coming in. If I lose chance, Mugabe is going to surrender this to ZAPU party. The general agreement in the unit accord that people may not be out, but I know they are aware, maybe they are forgetting about it. In the course of this unit accord, as long as the Mugabe, people from ZAPU will not, the